What's up guys, and welcome back to another video. This video we're going to be talking about Modern Warfare versus Cold War multiplayer. So I'm not going to be comparing Warzone in this because I think that'd be too unfair. It's strictly the Modern Warfare versus Cold War multiplayer, and we're going to be comparing the two in this video to see which one's better. So before we get into the video, if you're new and you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe. You can always change your mind and it really does help out the channel. Okay, let's get into this video. So first of all, we're going to be comparing, well, obviously Modern Warfare and Cold War. But the first thing we're going to be comparing is the movement, the guns. Personally, I think the Modern Warfare movement absolutely is so much better than Cold War's. Just, you can do, your character feels so much more free. You can drop shot, you can do, the movement, personally, I've said this loads of times, the movement from Modern Warfare, the engine is just insane, whereas Cold War, don't really like it. It feels really like clunky and just stiff and horrible, and I hate the fact that you need a drop shot attachment to be able to drop shot. Like, what's that about? And I don't know many people that like the Cold War movement. If you do, fair enough. I've spoken to friends about this, and it's just like people have disagreed with me, but this is what I think, and I'm pretty sure the majority do, so this is why I'm making this video in the first place. But the guns from Modern Warfare, the Cold War, I think Cold War, that's one good thing about the game. I would say the maps and guns is probably the only good thing about the multiplayer of that game. The guns aren't too bad. It feels alright, I just don't like the way the game is, so no matter how good the guns and maps are, I don't like the game in general because of I think the movement is a very important thing. If you don't enjoy the way the game's moving, you're not really going to enjoy the game, despite how good the maps and guns are. So I would still say the Modern Warfare guns are better. Next we're going to get into skill-based matchmaking on the multiplayers. Obviously Cold War skill-based matchmaking is dreadful, and that's why most players don't play Cold War, especially competitively. Like, a lot of people still play Modern Warfare. A lot of Cold War YouTubers like Dismo and that still play Modern Warfare a lot. A lot of Search and Destroy pros, all they play is Modern Warfare. They don't even play Cold War. Futives, one of the best Search and Destroy, I think he's like the best Search and Destroy player in the world. He only still plays Modern Warfare, and there's loads of others just like him. And that's for loads of reasons. One, because the movement's amazing, the guns are so much better, especially for Search and Destroy, because skill-based matchmaking. We know from skill-based matchmaking on Cold War it is dreadful, and that's pushed a lot of players back to Modern Warfare just because Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War has ruined their game with skill-based matchmaking. It's way too heavy, and especially in games like Search and Destroy. The reason why Search and Destroy is good is because you don't know who you're coming into. You could come against a really sweaty team, or a really crap team. And with skill-based matchmaking, that ruins that because you're always going to be coming against good teams, and that's just not fun. And that's why most players still play Modern Warfare, because it does have skill-based matchmaking in. Believe it or not, Modern Warfare has skill-based matchmaking, but they've done it really well. You don't notice it, but it's balanced. Who's complained that Modern Warfare is unfair? Literally no one, because everyone liked the multiplayer. It wasn't too difficult, it wasn't that really sweaty. That's because the skill-based matchmaking was working. I really don't know why they just didn't keep it that way. If something's working, don't change it, but COD always seem to do that. Activision always seem to do that, so that's why Modern Warfare is better for me, especially for Search and Destroy and the multiplayer side of things. And then we'll go on to the maps. I think it's a hard one because if you look at Cold War, just literally Cold War on its own, you would say the maps are good, but then if you think about it, none of those are really the good ones are originated on Cold War. Raid, Nuketown, Express, they're all of previous Black Ops games. So if you're comparing those maps to the original ones of Modern Warfare, it's quite difficult. I know Modern Warfare still have maps like Rust and Low Shipment, loads of remakes as well, but they also have loads of original maps that are good. Whereas I can think of one original map that was made in Cold War that's actually good, and that's the new Miami Strike, the new daytime version. That's the only good original map for me. Then like I said, the other Cold War maps are good, but they're all remakes, so I would have to say, from the original maps from both games, once again the Modern Warfare maps are better. That's just my opinion, and usually I prefer Black Ops games, but this year is really not, I'm not pleased with it, to be fair. I don't think they've done a great job, and I think Modern Warfare is better any day of the week. But let me know what you guys think. I still know loads of people that think Cold War is better, and I wouldn't say Cold War's the worst game in the world, but compared to Modern Warfare for me, it doesn't really compare. So yeah, like I said, let me know what you think in the comments. Leave a like, also subscribe if you guys are new, and I'll see you guys next time.